This student writes, I had a business professor who asserted that one day everyone would wake up and delete their Facebook accounts, or at least slowly stop using them. He called social media a fad. What characteristics will keep social media, including their virtual world form, from going the way of, say, the 1970s pet rock phenomena?
Wow. Well, we always like to explore stuff. That's one. Exploration is a good thing. So essentially what we're talking about here is what makes things continue on. You think it was pet rock phase, you think it would have went away by now, but it didn't. I think the best way to do it then would be to just go ahead and say, what makes it... Now, I don't think anybody's going to delete their Facebook. They have to Facebook, but they might tie it into your real life in other ways. And that's really the best way to answer that. As it gets tied into your life or becomes relevant in other ways, it'll stick around. And I think because virtual reality has done that, or they're doing that now, it remains relevant. They find new and inventive ways to use it.
Okay. Is the virtual world intended to replace or displace human social interaction in real life?
I think the answer to that is neither. They're meant to augment your life. They're add to it. It's additive, but not to replace it or to take away from your real life. So it should be something that adds value, value added. If you're a marketing kid, it's value added proposition, not detractive or replacing.
Also, what is the most popular virtual world?
Last time I checked, K0 Research, it would have been Habbo Hotel, but their definition of virtual world is pretty wide open when you look at their market research. Habbo Hotel is like a two-dimensional isometric kind of game environment, but it's considered virtual world by them, so they have the highest number of users.
Okay, in the future, what demographics do you think the virtual world will appeal to in order to maintain growth?
I think the 18 to 25 market is a good one. There's the early adopters usually. Though, if you look at the demographics, we have a lot older generation in here. We have the 30s and 40s, we have our 50s. So it appeals to a broad demographic base. However, I think the growth factor of it always starts with the early adopters and the young kids, and it always goes in that direction. So the 18 to 30, 20-something is a good spot, and then we go into our 30s, and that actually extends out past our early adopters.
Okay, and how much do you feel other forms of social media aid the growth of Second Life?
Other forms of social media aid the growth of... I think it allows you to send postcards. Like right now we have a Twitter button in Second Life, and in Second Life we can hit the Twitter button right now, which I'm going to do, take a shot of the class. And what that does is it gives a snapshot of everybody here, including me, and it sends a postcard to the real world, so to speak. You say, hey, I'm having fun here, come check it out. So let's type this out right now. Give me 1 minute, and I will give you the Twitter account to see that on. Okay, so it is now posted to Twitter. You can find that at my Twitter account right there. And that's an example right now. I just took a snapshot of everybody with me, my camera behind me, and sent it off to Twitter. And what that does is it promotes the environment, but it also acts like a postcard. Wish you were here sort of situation. And I think that's how that works across the board through all social media. Wish you were here. Here's a postcard of where I'm at. Here's all the cool people hanging out. This is the cool thing I just saw. Wish you were here. And that's how we do that. That's how social media helps grow virtual worlds. Wish you were here. Here's a postcard. Would you like to step into the postcard and come hang out with us?
Okay, I'm just typing up a storm here trying to keep up with you. So branding is extremely important in life, particularly now in digital life. So branding is important, and as well, I'm sure, in Second Life. Could you give us some examples of successful branding in a virtual world, say Second Life?
Successful branding in Second Life. Are we talking about real world brands entering Second Life or virtual worlds brands? Or do you want an example of both? Either or both? Okay. In real life brands entering a virtual world, I can't really think of one offhand. Every time I've seen a real brand pop into a virtual world, they usually walk away with their tail between their legs. They get beat up. So, I can give an example here, though. Virtual worlds brands, I'm wearing a couple now. I have Zanzo sneakers, mesh sneakers, and of course we have our Nikes, but they're knockoffs because brands don't like to interact with the prosumer in here. People who make virtual items don't always get away with or talk to these companies. They say, hey, I have this great idea. I am amazing at building stuff in this virtual world. I would like to work with you to do something. And a lot of times they go, no. It doesn't matter how good you are, they'll say no. So a good example would be, a hat of sorts, right? So I could wear a Hurley hat. It doesn't exist. I have one, but it's custom made. Same example would be arcade games, right? So everybody knows arcade games. We have our brands, but do they officially exist? The answer is probably no. If I could actually use that. Zinnia, do you have res rights, right? So I'll give Zinnia a arcade machine, and she or you, Val, if you have res rights, I'd like you to put this out for me.